Good morning, Mai. All right, traders, good morning. Today is August 28th, 2023. My name is John Carrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room here at Hit and Run Candlesticks. My morning SPY pivot is 439.10. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. SPY daily chart seems to be forming a bearish head and shoulders pattern. SPY daily chart is bounced off the major support, possibly producing a higher low on the hourly chart. So we're still in a possible uptrend on the hourly chart. We'll see where it goes from here. FNGU daily chart has made a lower high under the neckline of its head and shoulders pattern. That's a bearish head and shoulders pattern, and FNGU made a lower high. Now we'll see if it can continue moving up or if it's going to go back down and test those lows. QQQ daily chart has made a lower high and possibly setting up a bearish head and shoulders pattern. IWM and the Diamond Dow daily charts are bouncing off their weekly uptrend lines. So let's go into the charts and have a look. So here's the SPY setting up the bearish head and shoulders pattern. This hump and this hump would be the left shoulder. These two humps, these two valleys represent the major support. The two humps represent the minor support. Notice we bounced slightly off the minor support and then came all the way through, testing the major support. So right now we have a little uptrend right there. We'll see if they can hold on to that or if they want to come down further. So there's the SPY setting up possible right shoulder right here, and this would be the neckline taken from this pivot. This would be the left neck all the way down to the possible right neck right here. So this would be a possible right shoulder right there. So we start breaking down through there, we could be headed for a trend line down here. And this represents the weekly uptrend line right there. So a daily pullback possibly to the weekly uptrend line. We'll see how far they want to take it. Right now it's day by day over 439.10. I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. Now let's go take a look at QQQ. QQQ setting up again another lower high here. So we have a lower high here and a lower high here. Pressure will be on the bears to produce that lower low. So that's where we are on the daily chart. We do have a possible head and shoulders pattern showing up here as well. We've got a hump right there. Those two humps represent the left shoulder and the minor support. As you can see, we crashed through the minor support, testing the major support, which would be this valley right here. So we bounced off of major support, producing so far just a lower high, possible lower high. Now, the bulls could rally this up to this area here and thereby negating this lower high and just continue moving higher. So there we are with the QQQ setting up another, a bearish head and shoulders pattern. We'll see where they want to take it from here. That's the QQQ. Now let's go take a look at FNGU. Now here's FNGU with a head and shoulders pattern below the neckline. So here we have the left shoulder. These represent the minor support. As you can see, minor support didn't quite hold us. Minor support actually wound up becoming major resistance. Right up here, you can see this hump. See the humps up there? So they wound up becoming major resistance as we got below it. So here is the daily chart, head and shoulders. These two humps represent the left shoulder. There's your head. There's your right shoulder. And you can see we came crashing through this neckline right through there. So, and now we are producing a possible lower high on the FNGU. Pressure will be on the bears to produce that lower low. We'll see where they want to go from here. There's FNGU. Diamonds and the IWM have pulled back to their weekly uptrend lines right there. So this would be the weekly uptrend line right here for the diamonds. And you can see they are also forming a possible head and shoulders, but they seem to be bouncing right now right off of the minor support right up through here. These two humps represent the minor support. So diamonds possibly bouncing off the minor support. That's good news for the diamonds. Now we want to see them run off and make a higher high. A lot of work to be done. First, you got to break this downtrend line. We'll see what they want to do in the coming weeks. So there's the diamonds. IWM, kind of in the same situation here. All right, here is their weekly uptrend line taken from this point back in May. As you can see, they pulled back and they bounced off of this weekly uptrend line. And this would be, see these two valleys down here, this would be the major support. So you can see them bouncing off the uptrend line and the major support. You can see they went right through the minor support like a hot knife through butter, coming all the way down. Now what we got here is probably some consolidation, which would probably form a right shoulder to the two left shoulders already produced. We'll see what happens. But first they need to break this uptrend line, get back over what was minor support up here, and work their way back up. There's IWM. Now let's take a look at the dollar. So let's peek at the dollar. So here's the dollar, still in a bullish uptrend, still moving up higher, challenging this major resistance up here. See all these tails that stick up? That's going to be your major resistance up there. So dollar's challenging this major resistance, whether that will push it back down to the halfway mark or whether they can grind right through that. Now, if they move slow enough, there's a good chance for them to just grind right through this area here, come back and test it for support. So there's the dollar moving up more, even higher. Okay, on our economic calendar, nothing happening today. Not much at all. Tomorrow we get consumer confidence at 10 o'clock. And the big one is GDP at 8:30 on Wednesday. International trade goods also at 8:30 on Wednesday. And petroleum status at 10:30. Earnings. Let's take a look at the earnings. Earnings are very light today and tomorrow. Nothing really to be concerned about that could possibly jerk the market around as far as earnings go. And we'll take a look at Tuesday. And you can see not much going on there. Well, we got CTLT, that's all right, and JM Smucker. So there's a couple in there, but Hewlett Packard, they report in the evening. That may move the market. I doubt it. They're not that big. They're not like $1 trillion. So we'll see what they want to do tomorrow. That's it there. Now we'll take a look at our T2122. As you can see, we have fallen out of the chop zone back into the sell zone on our T2122, and possibly making a higher low. We'll see what happens. on T2122, or if they're just going to consolidate underneath here. So there's T2122. Here's our T2123. We'll look at it on the 15 first. And you can see as we left off Friday, we had some green trend indicator balls indicating some bullish activity there. And we finished off with a red one. So could go either way. You can see that right now they're into support. And if I pull out on the bigger picture, you can see that support area represented by these two humps here is the creation of that support area. So here is the market kind of consolidating here over that support area on T2123. Again, T2122 still back in the sell zone. So let's go take a look at SMH. So here's SMH, still in that daily downtrend, bouncing off of the major support area. That's these two valleys right through here. So SMH bouncing off that, lower high so far. We'll see where they want to go. Currently making a lower high, so starting a downtrend here in SMH, IYT. IYT, just a harsh pullback to the weekly uptrend and the midpoint. So we'll see if they're going to consolidate here or if they can bounce it up and start attacking this high again. So far we have no lower high on the IYT daily chart, just a harsh pullback to the uptrend, which could mean we could get a bounce back to the midpoint of this pullback right up here around 255.70, 255.80. We'll see what they want to do. Right now we have nothing bullish to take action on at this time. As you can see, everything is still underneath the T line there. So there's IYT. Now let's take a look at XLF. Here's our financial sector making a lower high here on the daily chart, making another lower high here on the daily chart. And it's quite possible that they need to pull back to their daily uptrend, their weekly uptrend line way back here. So they are bouncing off of the minor. This right here, these two humps represent minor support. So we will see if they can come back up here and challenge this downtrend line in the XLF. So there's our financials, our transports, and our semiconductors. The bad news is FNGU, which seems to move the market the most, has made a lower high. So we'll see how they deal with this, if they have to actually run off and go test this. There was an opportunity here for them to pull back to trend, but they chose to go off here and make higher highs and higher lows, producing a really monster rally, which we had. That was nice. But as you can see, as always, they pull back to trend at some time in the near future. So here we are pulling back to this weekly uptrend here. So we'll see what they want to do with the FNGU. Bears still have control here on the FNGU. You can see price is under the 3 is under the 8, and it's just underneath this downtrend line right here. So we'll see what they want to do. Until they break this downtrend line, still bearish on the markets, especially with FNGU. The way that this moves the markets is still going to stay bearish. Price, the 3, all still underneath the 8. All 3 still underneath the trend indicator. So there's nothing to get bullish on at this time unless they recover this and start moving and closing candles up over the trend indicator. So that's it for this morning, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. I will see you all tomorrow. The rest of you here in BYOB Trading Room, I will be here all day.